we're back with another video today. I wanted to quickly let you guys know I did just get a new microphone, so audio quality should be a lot better than it was previously. I did get the Shure SM7B, and I'm really enjoying it. I did a few little tests. I'm still learning all of the important pieces to it to make it sound the best, but as of now, this is what I've got, and it sounds not too bad from what I've heard so far. So let me know in the comments if this is a good mic or not. I really do enjoy it so far. But today I kind of wanted to just go over how to increase your client's revenue without actually implementing any marketing strategies. So obviously you want to implement marketing strategies, but you don't want all of your money to be coming through subscriptions, right? So how are you going to actually generate more revenue, have a higher price per customer, without actually generating any more subscriptions? So this is going to come down to 4 different techniques that we personally use and has been able to generate, very substantial amounts of income. Now, we will come in and we'll take over prior agencies. So let's say there's an agency working on a client's account. They have about 1,000 subscribers, paid subscribers, and we'll come in and let's say they were previously making $20,000 a month. That means their price per customer is only $20. That means out of every subscription that you are taking, every person that is subscribing, you are only generating around $20 out of them. Now that's god awful. You should be shooting for upwards of 50 to 80 PPC. Now, if you are not hitting these, that is absolutely fine. That is what I'm here to do. That's what I'm here to help you with. Now, let's go ahead and let's dig right into this because I don't want to keep you guys on here for too long. I also updated the camera quality, and I've been doing a little bit of tweakage to make the quality of the videos a lot better. So if it's working, then that's good. Let me know in the comments if it's working, if the quality of the video is a lot better. Thank you also for 100 subscribers. That's pretty cool. Whatever. All right, let's move on. So first things first, you need to have good chatters, right? As the agency owner, you're not doing any of the chatting. If you are, then that means it's not an agency. That means you are just a freelancer. As an agency, you need to be hiring other people to be doing the actual chatting for you. Now, with that being said, you need to know how to do the chatting so that you can teach your employees how to actually do the chatting. Now, a lot of the times I'm hearing that these agencies are outsourcing their clients from the Philippines. Now, while that may seem like a brilliant idea because you only have to pay them $6 an hour, what I found from the clients that we picked up, their previous agencies are actually doing that exact same thing. Now, what's happening is the Philippine employees they have awful grammar and they're not really listening to what the client is asking. Like the client wants better copywriting or better, grammar, this and that. And the people from the Philippines apparently aren't listening. Now, I'm not here to say that is like to never do that because I don't know. I've never done that. But what I am saying is I've heard a lot of complaints about people who are using their chatters, outsourcing them from the Philippines. I think that it is better as a businessman, and I know you want to make money, but in the end, I think it's important that you hire people not dependent on how much you have to pay them, but hire people that are going to be able to do the best job possible. Just because you could pay someone cheap doesn't mean that you're going to get a good job done. I would rather pay very well and have a way better job be done. So where I found my chatters was just through another mentorship that I have. Right? I have another mentorship and they were really, really good. They're straight from America, whatever, and I'm paying them roughly 70% of the income that we would take in. So let's say we make $10,000 off a client. I'm going to give them $7,000 because one, they do a lot of work and I appreciate all the work that they do for me. And if it wasn't for them, the business would not be as big as it is. So I don't mind paying my chatters a good amount of income if that means they're going to do a good job. On top of that, they're going to listen. They need to have good grammar. Don't make your client sound like an idiot, right? What you want to do is you want to actually mimic the way your client speaks. And comes with good chatting. So spend time talking to your client, whether it's on Zoom or it's on whatever it may be. Spend time being professional and just talking to them, getting to know them. You're going to pick up on some of the grammar that they use, and you're going to be able to speak just like that. You're going to teach your chatters to speak just like that in the actual messaging, because what you're trying to do is have your chatters sound identical to how the girl would sound or how the model would sound, because you don't want to raise any red flags. And people are getting a little bit smarter nowadays, and they're catching on to the fact that a lot of these women have agencies. You don't want to get caught red-handed. Now, another thing you're going to want to teach your chatters is actually building a parasocial relationship with the fans. Now, if you don't know what a parasocial relationship is almost a indirect relationship that one to another may have. So let me give you an example. Some of you guys probably have a YouTuber or a content creator that you really look up to. Now, you feel as if you have a connection, and it's an indirect connection, but it's direct with that creator. So with that being said, you are more likely to purchase content from somebody that you're more connected with than somebody you're not. This is the reason why the top creators are the top creators. If it wasn't for that parasocial relationship, Corinna Kopf, Zendaya, Cardi B, Black China, OMG It's Cosplay, none of these creators would be as big as they are if it wasn't for the mass amount of content production that they give out, giving that sense of parasocial relationship and that constant engagement. You can build a parasocial relationship through having excellent social proof, constantly being on the Twitter, constantly being on the Reddit, constantly being on the Instagram, constantly posting on OnlyFans. And this means once a day posting, always chatting. And when you're chatting, not always just begging for money, right? You need to, if you talk to them about like how their day is going, all the things that they're doing, learn about the actual person before trying to make money, they're going to be more incentivized to actually spend money on you because they have a feeling that you genuinely care about them. And now they are real people. So you don't have to not care about them. Actually get to know them, learn about them. They're going to be more incentivized to spend money if they feel that you actually care about them. The next topic we're going to talk about is familiarity. Familiarity. I don't know exactly how you say that, but what this is just the reason that you buy Nike, the reason you buy Adidas, the reason you buy Puma, the reason why you buy Louis Vuitton, Supreme, because it is familiar. You see other people wearing it, so you, in return, are going to purchase that. Reason I bought this mic is because I saw Iman, Joe Rogan, Justin Bieber, everybody uses this mic. It's familiar to me. I'm not going to go and try something that I've never done and, purchase it because it's not familiar. I don't want something to be butt, right? I don't want to order and it be ass cheeks. So you can do the same thing with content, right? And it kind of goes into parasocial relationship, but more so being more present is what's going to build that familiarity, right? The longer you are talking to somebody, and we're talking like weeks or months, then the more familiar they're going to be with you and the more incentive they are going to have to post. The longer they're following you. Now, how do you get them to follow you longer? You get them to follow you longer by being consistent on all the platforms. So familiarity and parasocial relationship are going to have a direct reflection of each other because that's just how the human psychology of the brain works, right? If you're posting, being consistent, and you're interacting, engaging, and being nice and kind and generous, what's going to happen is they're going to be familiar with you because you're talking to them every day. On top of that, they're going to start developing that parasocial relationship. So boom, now you have two more reasons as to why people are going to be more incentivized to actually spend money. Be personable. You need to understand that if you are not almost intimate with your clients' fans, the likeliness of them spending any money on you is going to be very small to none. Now, we all come into this OnlyFans industry, and I know I did, with this idea that we can just rack up sugar daddies. And the problem with that is we'll find that it's not that case at all. It's actually quite hard to find a sugar daddy or to find somebody who is willing to spend a ton of money on you. Now, there's this misperception that you need to have a ton of people hitting your line, just spending so much money in order to make an exceptional amount of money. But you don't. All you need are 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 people that are big spenders that are going to cover your entire monthly cost. They will bring you up to, just those 5 will bring you up to $10, $20, $30, $40,000 in revenue. And that's all going to come from actually being personable with them, right? So being personable, building the familiarity, and having a parasocial relationship, in return, having a good chatter that is going to listen and speak in the way that they should and, follow all of the steps. What's going to happen is you're going to be able to find these sugar daddies, because these sugar daddies are people that they may or may not really want content. They just want somebody to talk to. Okay. What I've noticed in my time of doing this is that the biggest people who spend the most amount of money are people that don't even buy content. They don't care about the content. They are lonely because they are CEOs, right? These are people of huge companies who are so used to having so much power and just need a break from that. So what they do is they come on OnlyFans and they just talk, and they're a normal person and they just want to be treated like a normal person. So they keep their name, undercover. And so you don't treat them any differently. They just want to be treated by like a normal person. And so this is what you're going to do. You're going to be personable. Ask them about their day. Ask them how, their plans for the rest of the day and, their favorite color, and really get to know them. And then what's going to happen is when you go into using scripts or sequences or playing money-making games with them, it's not going to seem so, ruthless of you. And they're going to be much more incentivized to actually giving you some money, because you're not just, begging for it, right? So just to reiterate, you need to have good chatters. And what comes with good chatters are chatters that are not outsourced from the Philippines, people that you are actually paying a good amount of money to, building a parasocial relationship, building familiarity, as well as being personable with all the fans, right? These are 4 tips that are going to drastically increase your sales without any more marketing. You don't want to spend all of your time marketing when you can keep the fans. If you implement every single one of these steps, what's going to happen is you're going to notice that it's going to build longevity. You don't want to just go in there, rack up as much money as humanly possible, and then they leave next month because you were an asshole to them. You want to keep them for the long term. So this is how you're going to keep people paying for a longer period of time, meaning you don't have to do as much marketing because your fans love you and they're willing to stay and continue to give you money. And this is all it comes down to. Be a genuine person and treat them with respect. Build that relationship. And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you did, drop a like, drop a sub, turn on post notifications. I hope you guys have an amazing day. It's been your boy, Hunter.